ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SCW Slam City Wrestling, Episode 6. This is the Empire State of Mind show. We're going to start it off tonight, as usual, with Cohen and Mike here at ringside. The show opens up with Mike and Cohen talking about how the card for tonight, which features some great professional wrestling action here in Slam City Wrestling. We have two championship matches tonight with MJ Jenkins of the Mae Young Classic NXT fame taking on our NXT Women's Champion, La Hija de Guadalajara. In addition, we have Priscilla Kelly's debut here in Slam City Wrestling as she faces Carissa Rivera, formerly known as Elektra Lopez in NXT. Dreamer and Atticus settle their beef, and in the main event, we have the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, defending his SCW Championship against the Filthy One, Tom Lawler. All this and more. 62 out the gate. We are fantastic on commentary as usual. We got the crowd hot, and Cohen's getting better at his gimmick, the Young Deathmatch King. Excuse me. And about that, I had superb wrestling and great heat. Mance Warner, Wolfgang, and the Game Changers of Ace Dawson and Zicky Vadice defeated one called Manders, Axel Tesher, and Big and Bad of Sam Stackhouse and Matt Tremont when Mance made Axel Tesher submit with his infamous finishing Dragon Sleeper. White hot, 53-31-58 for wrestling crowd and segment. Down the line, we had 45-50, 55-56, 45-62, 49-64 for Stackhouse, Tremont, Axel, Manders, Dice, Austin, Wolfgang, and Warner. The storylines have advanced, and the crowd got much hotter. Now, again, I'm trying to run this more like an indie promotion where we have lots of random tags as we build to 2 or 3 big things each week heading into, forward shows. All right, so it's still working like an indie. We're going to actually have to replace that SC logo at the top where it just says SCW because it's bugging me, but not bad. 53-31-58. All right, and in the next match, we have La Hija de Guadalajara defending her SCW Women's Championship by defeating MJ Jenkins with the V-trigger. She makes her first defense of the championship. 32-52 for Jenkins in Guadalajara. The Bang Gamble creative finish was a success. Well, that's fantastic. We rolled the dice, and it came out on top. Commentary gave it a boost, 42-21 with a 46 overall, and we're running a very hot show tonight. Now, again, we're running hot shows because we're in front of 100 people. People are excited to be there. If you want to go see some wrestling with some pretty big names with pretty decent production values, SCW is the place to be right now. All right. Next up, we get a video of Priscilla Kelly flaunting her overt sexuality as she's debuting here tonight in Slam City Wrestling. Her Hell's Favorite Harlot gimmick got an initial rating of 4. Well, we'll go ahead and tweak that a little bit, see what we can do. But a 59 overall for the extremely voluptuous Priscilla Kelly. All right, in the next match, we have Lindsay Snow getting her get back against Hikaru Shida via submission. The former MMA superstar with the victory here tonight. Well, CrossFit, I guess. 57-26, 59 overall for Shida and Snow. 70-44. This was Shida's last night with the promotion, so she does the job on her backside as she leaves here in New York tonight. All right, we get a hype patches airing of the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, and Filthy Tom Lawler. The duo face off tonight, so only a 30 overall. I'm a little upset. Still very hot, we're a tiny in promotion, so we're like 7s and 8s, but it's not great for your champion here. Tom Lawler's pretty over too. My two most over workers. All right, next up, and about that as Superb Wrestling and Great Heat. Priscilla Kelly defeated Chris Rivera with a tilt-a-whirl Dragon Sleeper. This was given a sex appeal base to try to cool him down, 56-31 and 60, and it did that. Crowd at the end, it was simmering down, 44 and 68. This match did its job and got the crowd a breather, both of which were wearing very, normal outfits that they wear. So they weren't really focused on the fast-paced in-ring action, but was just telling a story here. So 60 overall. And in the next match next segment of video players earlier in the evening is Mance Warner and Steph DeLander. We're getting into a verbal altercation with one called Manders and his, I believe, longtime girlfriend Sawyer Wreck. Hands were thrown, 40 overall. The performance of Mance Warner was fantastic. The Southern Psycho was great as always. Manders worked the crowd well, as did Mance. The ladies did well as well. So we'll be building up to the next show, which is, I believe, Boston Knee Party, where we're going to see Mance Warner and Steph DeLander, the real-life couple, take on one called Manders and Sawyer Wreck, who are also real-life couples. So again, indie type of storytelling. Nothing like WWE where we're through-lining the through lines, but we're working on it, all right? 40 overall. Got to build some history. And about that fantastic heat in in Great Wrestling, Atticus Cogar defeats Tommy Dreamer in a death match in 10:49 with his headlock finisher. Hot at the end of it. 49, 36, and 46 Dreamers just really old. Evans Cougar was fantastic, and the finish was a failure, which brought down the rating a little bit. As always, our commentary is going to be great. Those are the one things that I did bump up because I'm trying to build a promotion off of me and Cohen, winning the lottery just for fun. So 46 overall here. Atticus Kogar advanced to 48 with the victory. And in the main event, which was an exceptional match, so that's good. The Mad King, Eddie Kingston, defeated Filthy Tom Lawler with the Blackout Lariat. It was assigned to the story, which it did. He makes defense number 2 of the championship. 61 and 56 for Kingston and Lawler. Wow, 64. We'll definitely be going back to this in the future. This was an absolutely fantastic show rating for our main event. Let's go and see what we got. I'm hoping like a 61. Ooh, our best rating at a 61. The only thing that was really low was the Kingston versus Tom Lawler hype. I don't know if maybe that was me putting a poor aim on it or what. I don't know. But if you were at SCW's Empire State of Mind, or if you watched on Triller Plus, if you are one of the 98 people, thank you for showing up today. The show and promotion continued to gain some traction, which is great. I believe Tommy Dreamer is leaving now, as is a few of our other guys. But we'll continue to bring in some new faces each show like they do on the indie scene, and we'll continue to build around a good handful of 15 to 20 loyalists, if you will, and we'll throw them in and out randomly. But until next time, it is me, Mikey Bro, wishing you a glorious rest of your day. And this was SCW's Empire State of Mind. Have a blessed one, everyone.